Hello guys, and welcome back to another YouTube educational video, and this one is for my coffee lovers. I am one of those as well, definitely. But I wanted to talk about why so many people rely on coffee and how to stop relying on it. Because if coffee is the only thing that is keeping you going, then we really need to talk here, sis. I'm being deadly serious. So many of us, I believe, get into a habit of just having a coffee when we wake up and think we cannot function without it. Yes, we can. And before you click off this video because you think that I'm gonna rob you of having your coffee and you're currently sat there with your mug, I'm really not, okay? I love my coffee as well, and I have coffee too. But the problem becomes when coffee starts to become a thing that you rely on and you need rather than something that you enjoy drinking. If you cannot function without having caffeine, if you crash in midday and then reaching for a coffee, and if you're relying on energy drinks to get you through your training sessions, okay? Your body is trying to tell you something. So let's listen to it. So let's talk about why coffee isn't the problem, okay? Because coffee isn't a problem. It is not the evil, the devil, whatever people choose to say. I know I speak about it on social media, but it's clickbait stuff, okay? Coffee actually has so many benefits to our health, but the problem becomes when we start using coffee as life support as such. So let's think about it this way. Analogy time. Imagine your car runs out of fuel, and instead of putting more fuel in the car, you just keep pressing the accelerator harder and harder. And that's exactly what coffee is doing. It is stimulating your nervous system. And yes, it is making you feel more alert, but it isn't solving the problem as to why you are lacking energy. But then eventually, obviously, the caffeine, the stimulant wears off and you feel like you need another one, and then another one, and another one, and another one. And that's why so many people become reliant on coffee, because they're constantly trying to replace the energy that they are not producing naturally, which they should, by the way. So let's look at reasons as to why you are actually tired. And the first one being the most obvious, and that is sleep. And it's not just about how many hours you sleep, okay? It's about the quality of your sleep as well. So if you're scrolling on social media before bed on TikTok, if you are working late, watching TV in bed, if you are having caffeine at 4 p.m, you are naturally dysregulating your natural circadian rhythm. And although you might potentially be sat here and say, well, I'm still getting 8 hours sleep, you are probably not reaching that deep restorative sleep that your body actually needs to feel refreshed. And obviously no amount of caffeine will replace that ever. Number two is you are under-fueling yourself, and most women do because they become scared of food. They have coffee for breakfast, a salad for the lunch, then by 3 p.m. they're crashing, they're exhausted, the blood sugar's through the floor, so they reach for something like a chocolate bar or a croissant, something that will give them quick energy. But your body needs something else. It needs protein, it needs carbohydrates, it needs fats, and it needs your micronutrients. So naturally, if you are under eating or skipping meals, your body doesn't have enough fuel to create that energy. And obviously we all know coffee doesn't replace food. Number three is a really important one, and that is your morning routine, okay? Which a lot of people have a terrible morning routine just based off the day and age that we live in, okay? Most people will wake up, grab the phone, check social media, check the news, check the emails, have a quick coffee, run out of the house, be late, sit at a desk all day, and then they wonder why they feel sluggish. So your body has an internal clock called your circadian rhythm, which I've already mentioned a few times in this video. And it relies on light, movement, and routine to know when to wake up naturally. So if you have a good circadian rhythm, you will naturally wake up at the same time every day. So if the first thing that your eyes see in the morning is phone light instead of daylight, you're actually making it harder for your brain to wake up naturally. So my morning routine looks something like, I wake up, I don't touch my phone for the first 30 to 60 minutes. I go do my skincare routine. I do some breath work, some meditation, some journaling. I'll go for a 10-15 minute walk, come back, and that is when I will touch my phone. Number four is a little bit deeper, and that is underlying health issues. So this might be you if you get good quality sleep and good amount of sleep. If you eat well and you look after yourself and you still don't feel good, then please don't accept this as your new norm, because that's not normal. There are people out there who feel good and full of energy and full of beans. And as someone who specializes in thyroid health, I see this a lot, especially in ladies. Low thyroid function, low B12, iron deficiency, low vitamin D, blood sugar dysregulation, high cortisol, chronic stress, hormonal imbalances, the list goes on. And these can make you feel exhausted no matter how much coffee you are consuming. So Dom, how do we fix energy naturally? Well, I'm about to tell you, so stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So first of all, going back to the first thing that I mentioned is prioritizing sleep and getting good quality sleep. Your body loves routine. Try and go to bed at the same time every day, even at the weekends. Yes, the odd weekend, if you do something, obviously you're going to go to bed a little bit later, but if you can try keep your sleep and wake cycle the same throughout the week, it's going to help. For example, I obviously live in Dubai, so go to bed quite late because of work, but say if I go to bed at 11, I will wake up at 7 a.m, right? And that is the same at the weekends. Maybe I'll push my weekend sometimes to an 8-hour sleep if I stay up later, but trying to keep, within that 1 hour, 2-hour gap max will really help you, rather than going to sleep, at 10 o'clock during the week, waking up at 6 a.m, and then at the weekend you're going to bed at midnight and waking up at 10 a.m. It's not going to work. Your body loves consistency. And then keep your room nice and cool. Have blackout blinds or an eye mask. Keep any distractions like phones away from you. Try and read before bed. Use blue light blockers. I've got some over there, and they really help to tire my eyes out before bed as well. Step number 2, eat breakfast and eat a right balanced one. So not just coffee, we want protein, fats and carbs, whether that's a yogurt with some protein, nuts, peanut butter, fruit, or whether you have some eggs, avocado, toast. You want it to be a balanced plate. This will help stabilize your blood sugar and keep your energy levels level throughout the day. And step number 3 is get outside within the first hour of waking. If you are somebody who is really busy and has to get the kids ready up for school or whatever it is, just get up 10-15 minutes earlier, give yourself a little walk around the block and then come back. That 5, 10, 15 minutes is going to make a massive difference to your day, how you feel, regulate your nervous system, and allow you to feel calm for the rest of the day and have good, stable energy. The next step is moving your body, and you don't need an hour-long workout, all right? Even a 10-minute walk can increase your blood flow, it can regulate your nervous system, it can make your energy so much higher. Ironically, movement creates energy, and I say this to all my clients. Sometimes when you have a day where you sat at home doing nothing, you actually end up feeling more tired. If you get moving, you'll have more energy. Step number 5, if you're a caffeine junkie, you need to reduce your caffeine. And be realistic, don't just go cold turkey, because you will get headaches and you will get a bit of a withdrawal because caffeine is addictive. So instead, reduce a coffee every week or 2. If you like the taste of coffee, maybe have a decaf. And delay your first coffee by 60 to 90 minutes after waking, so try and have it after breakfast. Drink water first upon waking and try not to have coffee past 2 o'clock. 3 at the max. So this is what I want you to hear. Your body isn't made to kind of survive on stimulants. Instead, it's designed to produce energy naturally. And if you need multiple coffees to survive the day, this isn't a root problem, it's actually a symptom. Energy comes from sleeping well, eating enough, stress management, moving your body and looking after your health. So to sum it all up, you shouldn't need 3 coffees to survive a day. And if you do, instead of asking yourself, oh, which energy drink should I try next? Start asking yourself, why is my body so tired in the first place? Where can I improve my lifestyle? What can I do to make it better? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe, because every single week I cover different topics and educate you in as much as possible. If you've got any suggestions, what you'd like me to talk about or what you would like to learn, please drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.